kids, it's Mrs. Desjardins, and we're back to do the second read aloud of David's drawings. So we have read the book before. Now we're going to talk about some other things. See if you remember. So you remember that David was going to draw a picture of a tree he had seen on the way to school. Did David get to draw his picture? What happens in the story? Do you remember? And we'll also talk about some vocabulary if we run into any that you might not know. Let's read. One gray winter day, David saw a beautiful tree. Of course, gray day, kind of those dreary days where the sun's not shining, just really cloudy. When he got to school, David took off his boots and hung up his jacket. He found a pencil and a fresh piece of paper. David thought for a moment. Then he made a drawing of the tree he had seen. And there's his drawing. Nice tree, said Amanda, but it needs color. David got some crayons and made the tree brown. Amanda smiled. Some grass too, she said. David handed her a green crayon. Here, you can make some, he said shyly. Well, there we find out that David is kind of shy. Amanda colored the green grass under the tree. That tree needs leaves, Ryan said. David looked at his drawing and then began to add leaves. And now we can see the leaves on the tree. He let Ryan add a few more. Look, said Jamal, I have these cool stickers. May I put some on the picture? Sure, said David. I know it needs a person, like me, Laurel said. She grinned and drew a girl. It needs a boy too, said Carlos. Okay, said David. Carlos drew a boy with an orange shirt. Kira quickly added a row of fluffy clouds. Brandon drew a cat and a dog. Thea added a smiling turtle. The picture's really coming along, isn't it? Birds would look nice, said Lee May. She drew two flying in the sky. It needs a rainbow too, said Rosie. She set to work with a fistful of colors. You see, fistful, she literally has her fist full of crayons. The bell rang for class to begin. That was fun, said Ryan. We made a great picture, said Kira. See you at recess, David asked Amanda. Sure, David agreed. See, even though he was shy, by letting the other kids color his picture, they're starting to make friends. Or he's starting to make friends. At the end of the day, David looked at the picture again. Then he wrote, our class picture, neatly on the bottom and hung it on the bulletin board. It turned out really good, didn't it? They all contributed a little part. It turned out to be a beautiful picture. David walked home from school. On the way, he saw the beautiful tree. There it is, just the way he saw it. When he got home, David took off his boots and hung up his jacket. He found a pencil and a fresh piece of paper. Of course, a fresh piece of paper would be completely blank. David thought for a moment. Then he made a drawing of the tree he had seen. And that looks like the tree that he saw. David's sister came over to the table. Nice drawing, she said, but it needs something. You remember what she thinks it needs? David looked up. His sister smiled. It needs to hang on your wall. And now he hung it up. I think so too, said David. Then he wrote my drawing neatly on the bottom and hung the picture right above the bed. And there it is, hanging right above him. So let's talk about some things right now. Now, David's classmates thought that David's picture was nice, didn't they? But that it needed other things to add to it. Why do you think they told David to add color, leaves, and other things to his picture? It could be various different reasons. Maybe they wanted to help him. Maybe they knew he was kind of shy, so they thought, well, we'll break the ice. That means, we'll take the first step and get to know him. It could be. And then Amanda asked David if she'd see him at recess. Do you think she has played with David before at recess time? Probably not. If she says that to him the first time and he answers with an exclamation point, sure. So we learned through different things that he's actually pretty shy. So through this little activity, he's now got a friend to play with at recess. Now, also, David's sister told David that his drawing was nice, but it needed something. What do you think that David thought his sister was going to say it needed? Maybe she was going to say the same thing the other kids said. Could be, right? But what she actually said was, it's a beautiful picture, you need to hang it on your wall. Now, just a couple things. It seems like David and his classmates had a lot of fun working on the picture together. Why do you think they had fun? Got some ideas? And lastly, David's sister suggested that David hang his picture on his wall. Why do you think she made that suggestion? I'm going to let you guys think of that one. So, that's it for our story today. I will see you guys again with another Read Aloud. Bye, guys.